Hey everyone, this is the developer of Master of Chaos. I'm going to give you the patch notes for today while trying to break the game once again. This time I won't show you the menu since it's not fun to sit and watch me navigating in that. So the first update that we've done is that the enemies hit. When the enemies hit, before the damage was applied, if you stood in range when the enemy decided to hit you. Now instead of that, you get hit if you stand nearby while the hit lands. So that should be more consistent in how it feels, and it should feel more fair, basically, than you just like standing here and blinking away while it hits and you still get hit while miles away. So that won't happen anymore. Also, I adjusted the drop rate of loot boxes from enemies because the drop rate was too generous, making some players not even trying to run for objectives at higher difficulty, which I also did, because at that loot rate there was really no reason for you to go and try to get items from anywhere else. There's also some performance enhancement, which is that the enemies, when there was a lot of enemies, the component which is called the nav mesh agent, which tells the enemies how to walk, bugged out because there was just too many enemies, and each frame rendered the nav mesh agent for each enemy had to decide where to go. So even if they were miles away, they checked every frame. Oh, where's the player? Oh, I need to change my direction. Where's the player? Every single frame. So imagine that with the 250 enemies. That's really not what we want if they're far away anyways. Then I think I set it to every 7th frame, which is still very often. I think a little bit too often, but I didn't want to make any too big of changes right away. I wanted to feel how this felt before doing anything more drastic. So that's about the enemies and performance. Also, more performance fixes is that, as you can see, the particles when you kill enemies, those particles will be reduced in amounts when you kill 500 enemies. So that's for the players who play for game breaks that will experience this, and you won't probably not even notice because there's so many enemies in the screen. And if anything, it might even get better, helping you to see a little bit better. Because there was just so many particles and so much going on, and I hope that this will help us with the occasional frame freezes, because I think that what might have happened before is that if there's many enemies, say a lot more than this, like 100 or 200 of them in an area, and you have many upgrades that upgrades your areas. For example, you drop a nuke on them, so you kill like 100 enemies in one go. Imagine all those particles trying to be released in the same frame. I think that was the bottleneck of the performance there, and it's really not your hardware, it's more of a game engine issue, because what this game engine does, which is Unity, is that it runs on a single thread, the main thread of the computer. So when that gets occupied, you experience those like freezes. Like it's not even lag, it's just the game freezes. So I hope that this will fix that, but I really don't know until we see what happens. And regarding the enemies, why that was fixed is, as I said before, that they freaked out when there was so many enemies. So they didn't really know where to walk and stood still sometimes and walked in the wrong direction. So they did a lot of things wrong. And I hope that this will free some. This will free some of the threads computing power to let the enemies know where to walk better. But we'll see. Maybe it's not. So one more thing that I fixed is that some players experience that you could get stuck in slow-mo. And I don't know if that's fixed actually, but I did see some code that could be problematic for certain cases. For example, if you use the hook shot while in combat and pressing pause, and a whole line of things that had to line up, but some people experience more if they have a certain playstyle. So I haven't heard any more players that experienced that, but I'm sure if a lot of more people would play this game, a certain amount would definitely experience this. So all issues needs to be reported so I can fix them. So I'm very happy when you come with some ideas or when you come with some bug reports, so I can fix the issues, because I really don't want any of the problems to be present in the game while releasing the demo, or at least as little as possible. And that also goes for the feedback. I want the demo to be as good as possible, because the demo is really the main event of the game's marketing. That's when Steam will push you if you're not big already. And I'm a very small developer, so they don't know that I exist basically, besides the $100 that they got for me registering the game. So somewhere in their accounting I'm sure I'm there, but besides that they don't know me. So if you like the game, or if you're interested, please wishlist the game, because that also helps me with visibility on Steam. Very important for me as a small developer, but I also don't like to get wishlist from people that do it out of sympathy or not really are interested in the game at all. Just do it to be nice. So don't do it to be nice. Do it because you like the game and you want some updates. Okay, so we'll see if we can break the game, or if I have enough time to explain the rest that I fixed. Yesterday I fixed the skybox, and it's not now. So as you might hear, I'm losing kind of the focus, which is I hope is part of the charm, delivering the patch notes while I try to break the game. It might not be fun at all to listen to me rabbling and lose thread all the time, but I hope it's at least a little bit of fun. So let's see. Yeah, we got an issue before with overlays. So for example, in the tutorial there were some instructions in the tutorial, and if I used the crafting menu while those messages were up, the tutorial message would overlay the crafting menu. So that is fixed. And I also think I solved the issue with the rerolls. Before if you reroll, sometimes you didn't get the reroll. You just get credited of your rerolls and got the same loot again. So that kind of sucked, but I hope that's fixed now. And have anything more? Oh, I don't think so. I mean, there's always some small things that I do that I really just forget to mention. They get lost since there's so much to do, and there's usually like small fixes. Like for example, there are warning signs to be higher up and stuff like that. So now I broke the game. I hope I don't die during the break the game session. No, I didn't. I broke the game once again. Please everybody, try to break my game, both with a win condition, but also try to break the game in any other way to discover bugs, so I won't have to deal with them on a release of my demo. I appreciate you very much for playing the game and for giving me the feedback, and also for those who helped me with visibility, a huge thanks. If you like the game, be sure to spread the word, do a video about it, stream it, do whatever you want. You have my full consent on that. Thank you very much. Bye bye.